make sure my mic is on because, okay, it looked like it's on. But for some odd reason, this wasn't powered on, so it wasn't transmuting through my phone, and then it didn't catch none of the audio. And I had a whole kumbaya moment, and that's rare for me. I don't cry. I ain't no crybaby. I ain't no crybaby. So yeah, that was rare. But I'm a post the video anyway, and you can just watch my emotions and read my lips, and then you know it is what it is. But yeah, some of the stuff I was talking about my daughter, whom I love so much. Her name is Rylan Janae Campbell. She's so precious to me. And she is a heavy influence within my business and some of the names and things that I do. She's one of the reasons why I create products. She's one of the reasons just why I go so hard every day, and I'm just glad that I could be I'm just glad that I can be the mom to lead by example and to show her that anything is possible, to show her that she is loved, to show her no matter what, she is authentically and amazing and beautifully herself. Okay, so yeah, I just had to pay homage to my little baby girl. And she's 13. She's a teenager now, but you can't even tell. She's still just so sweet and so innocent, and she's just still the little girl in our eyes. And she will forever be that, I'm sure. As I get older, I probably would still feel like, she's my baby girl, but that's just what she is. She's our baby girl. Like, they have coined that name. Her and my stepdaughter Layla, they have coined the name baby girl, and that's just what they is. Either mama or baby girl. That's just what they is in our eyes. But yeah, so when it comes to one of my lock extensions, her name is Rollo. That's her nickname. We've been calling her that ever since she was a baby because her name is Rollin. And if you say Rollo backwards, it's LaRoe. So that's where the name LaRoe comes from, is Rollo backwards. He also heavily influenced the Rylan Janae's Wild Growth Oil, like the whole the her product, whole name, everything. Do she get proceeds? Yes. As she tells me to cash app her every day, Apple Pay her every day. She definitely get royalties. Okay, she gets royalties, all right. But yeah, Rylan Janae's Wild Growth Oil was influenced by my baby girl. I just love her so much. I just do. She's so funny. My kids are characters, really. Jamichael, he's my oldest. He's 14. He's a Scorpio. I have to say that. That's my first. This is my first time ever dealing with a Scorpio and male, because I'm a Scorpio, but I'm a Scorpio woman. So that's totally different. I ran into plenty of Scorpio women. It's so many Scorpio women in my family, between me, my mama, my sister, me. I said me already, but whatever. It's so many Scorpios in our family. So I've never had the experience to experience a Scorpio man or male, because he's not a man yet. He's growing into a man, but he's not a man yet. And we're not gonna put that on him, and we're not even gonna rush him right now. But yeah, he is just wonderfully himself. He's kind of quiet, he's reserved. He ain't gonna try to talk to you. Like, my son give no fucks. He don't care. He don't care how you feel about him. He don't care about your opinion. Like, and I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. And I feel like it's an unapologetic type of thing. And I love that for him. And I love that he has that type of attitude. I kind of want him to, loosen up some, but that'll come with time. He's still a child. But I just love that. And he lives in his own space. And I love that We created a space for our children to be themselves. So all of their personality, whatever that is, it shows full force, and they don't care who like it or really who don't. You know what I'm saying? So I love that about them. Like, he's really quiet, he's really reserved. Um, if he talk to you, he talk to you. If he don't, he don't. You know, me and him are two of, people who don't have many words for each other, but you can just tell, like, the energy, the love is there. Like, that's my baby. Like, he will still come and hold his mama's hands to this day. He know I have his best interest at heart. All of those different things. He's very private. I'm trying not to get frustrated. My phone is PMO. Okay, this phone storage and all of that. When I get home tonight, I'm gonna do some research in how to combat this phone storage situation because it's a mess. Apple, y'all need to do better. As much money that we pay and as much money as y'all snatch out of our account, y'all need to do better. I'm over it. I'm over it. Y'all messing up my segment. Ain't calling it a podcast yet. I don't know what we calling it, but I'm still, my spirit has not settled on podcast. It's giving podcast ish, but it's not necessarily podcast yet. Okay. So I don't know if we should call this episode 2 or what. So we just gonna continue to go with the flow, right? But I do want to tell you guys about my dress, or one of my favorite dresses. It is my favorite dress. I love this dress. I love just the dimension of this dress, the abstractness of this dress. I love the colors. Of course, we got this whole side that is pink. All of these other colors, you wouldn't probably see this on me um, on a daily basis or on a regular basis. Of course, you might get some pink on me, some black, some white, but overall, this dress is it's me. It's my vibe, it's my aura, it's my being. And especially when I'm going into a space where it's not a lot of color, and that's because it's wellness. You want to you want it to feel like a holistic and a spa like and serene and all of that. So then you come in with those neutral tones and those warm tones and things like that. And I love that too. But I'm glad that, as you can see with this neutral around me, I get to have this pop of color. So I'm really excited about that. And this dress, I got this dress from Fashion Nova. If I can find like a clip of it and the name of it and everything, I will definitely post it within this video. But that's where I got it from. I got it from Fashion Nova. This is like my second time wearing this dress. I really don't wear a lot of things that I like. I kind of keep it put up and I have it hanging in my closet. They wear, so you're really not going to see me in these particular outfits every day or on a regular basis. If I wear this again, it's definitely probably going to be repurposed and worn a different way. And then after that, I'm probably not going to wear it anymore. But that's just me personally. I know I can't be the only person that's like that. If you're into fashion, you're into styling and things like that. If you know, you know. If you get it, you get it. It's one of those type of things, right? All right, so we got into where we got this dress from. Thank you again, Fashion Nova, for this lovely, wonderful dress. It feels so good. It's ventilated. It's really good material. It's heavy, and even though it's heavy, it's still not hot. It's really hot outside, but I feel really good in this dress. Like, I feel really airy, really flowy, really breezy. Like, I feel really good. Okay, I feel good in this dress. But all right, so a topic that I wanted to come to you guys with today is it's not a heavy topic, but if you know me, I'm a very empathetic person. I'm not one of small talk. I'm not one for like surface level conversations. But when it comes to depth and the deepness of conversations, baby, I'm diving in. I'm diving in. And that's the luxury of being a Scorpio. So, yeah, so I've been getting this question a lot about how do I feel as a stylist within the lock community doing lock extensions. is the thing, right? So I don't necessarily do locks on people with natural hair, but I heavily do lock extensions. If somebody come to me and they have natural locks, I'm not gonna turn them away, because that's the field that I'm in. Is it what I specialize in? No. Am I great at it? Yes. Can I do it? Yes. But I specialize in my niche is lock extensions. And that's just kind of the lane that I stay in. But would I would be doing myself a disservice if I say that I don't recognize what other people recognize when it comes to the lock community. I think that for me personally, when it comes to what I'm doing, my profession, and the lane that I'm in, I really don't feel any way about it within that particular sector. But when I think about it overall and as a whole, to me, it's just really kind of disheartening just the way that people carry on about certain things. And it's really to each his own. But we're speaking on me, and we're talking about me, and we're talking about how I feel about the situation. So again, how I feel about the situation is very disheartening when I go on certain groups, when I go to certain things and I see certain things and I read certain things. It's just like, come on, really? Are we still like operating in that type of space? Are we still operating in that type of space? This mean girl energy, this judgment, this division, are we still operating in that type of space? I only operate in a space of positivity, love, light. That's it. Why do we have to make differences about locks? Things come in so many different shapes and sizes. People are different. Nobody is the same. But it seems like y'all want to operate in a space where it's no individuality. And it's like, for what? We're not the same. And you should appreciate that. Now, coming up, I grew up where I was different. We knew I was different. We knew I wasn't like everybody else. And I was treated that way because I didn't talk, because I wasn't loud, because I wasn't all out there, because of all of these things. I was prejudged, all because I was different. So, me doing lock extensions and me being in this lane is perfectly fine for me. It doesn't make or break me. And seeing the type of success and seeing just the return in all ways. I'm not even just talking about financial or monetary value. I'm talking about the people that I've met. I'm just talking about the elevation. I'm talking about the love. I'm talking about the pouring into my cup. It's it's just so many benefits that I've reaped from doing lock extensions. So people not accepting me or not accepting lock extensions, it just is what it is. But I just can't wrap my head around the ugliness within the culture. I just can't. I can't wrap my head around why a group of women would want to act this way. I just can't, and I never will. I just can't understand because she got sister locks, she got micro locks, she got lock extensions, she got palm roll, she got two-strand twists. So what? So what? At the end of the day, when you lay your head down on the damn pillow, Does it make a difference? No, it don't. I'm not about to get revved up and use my energy for something at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just don't. And we're all grown here. We're all mature adults. What somebody else eat don't make you shit. And that's how the saying go. It don't. So it doesn't matter to me. So again, me being in this lane within myself, so me being in this lane that I've created for myself, it really doesn't matter because how I've grown up and even how I teach my children, as we was talking about my wonderful, lovely children earlier, how I teach my children, if somebody is absent in your life, or if you feel like something is missing. Matter of fact, I don't even think my kids feel like something is missing because within their household, between their mother and their father, and the people that's around them that want to be around them, they give them so much love to where they don't feel like anything is missing. And that's how I grew up. First, I had to adapt to my surroundings and I had to come to terms with my surroundings. I had to come to terms with the relationship that I had with my mom, the relationship that I had with my father, the relationship that I had with other family members like grandparents and things like that because it goes on, right? Your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, your your other family members, cousins, aunts, uncles, and all of those things. I had to experience that, and I had to go through that, and I had to take it for what it was. And when I took it for what it was, I had to learn not to internalize those things because I had other things that I had to focus on. And I had to find solace and I had to find love and protection and all of those things in something else. And that's what I did. So I found that love in the other people who understood me. First, because I understood that I was different, I understood that I wasn't like other people. Now, what I don't like is that my personality is starting to really kind of reign through and shine through as I get older because I felt like I was in a space where I couldn't be vocal and express myself creative wise. And now that's starting to come out. And I hate that because I felt like I was a way that I didn't have to be for a long time, which was quiet. And that's only just because I kind of had to just kind of revert back and reserve myself because I was in a space where I didn't feel protected. So now, because now I can be free, I've created a space of protection and all these things for myself. So now I can thrive and show my creativity and express myself in this space. But outside of that, I just had to deal with what I had to deal with the hand that I was dealt. And I had to learn to make it work for me. And I also had to see the good, the bad, the ugly, and what it would cost me operating in the good, vice versa, operating in the bad. And I just continued to maneuver that way. And I found love, of course, in what I was doing. So, one of the ways that I was really able to express myself creatively was doing hair. Because everybody want their hair done, okay? Everybody in the black community want their hair done. They don't know what to do with this little black girl singing. They don't know what to do with this little black girl with this, this jawline to the gods. They don't know what to do with her. But they know they want their hair done. So I was able to hone into that. And that was perfectly fine because that was one of my gifts. Like, I know how to do so many things. So I'm just a multifaceted person, and I was able to lean into that lane of doing hair. So that's what I did. And I got the love from that. And I was starting to get the protection from that. So I used that. And those same attributes and those same qualities, I instilled those in my kids. So much so to where, because of the things that I lacked and how I used it to mold me to continue to go on through life, I didn't use it as a downfall. I didn't use it to be a victim. I didn't use it to do just this woe is me. No, I used it as a tool to get ahead. So I instilled that in my children. And thank God for my husband because he did the same. He pretty much almost had to do the same thing. And we gave that and we instilled that into our children. So much so to where our kids wouldn't know what it feels like to not be loved by a grandparent or any of other family members or any of those things. And if they have that, that's nice. That's great if they have it. But if they don't, they've gotten so much love over here in this lane from their parents to where they don't know what it feels like not to be loved because they have so much. They have so much. And that's just the way that I feel when it comes to the lock community. I've gained so much love and so much value and so much protection to where somebody feeling a certain type of way about lock extensions is so minute to me. And again, like I said, now I don't understand what the beef is about. I don't understand what the beef is about. But that's okay. That's really not for me to understand. I'm just here to do my job. Now, I'm gonna take y'all back. Okay, I'm gonna take y'all way back. I'm gonna take y'all back to I'm gonna take y'all back to 2022. 2022 was really a time. It was the worst of times and it was the best of times. But for the most part, it was the best of times. We just pretty much made the situation the best that we could make it. Coming into doing lock extensions, we were catapulted into stardom. I always tell people I will say that this is compared to being a celebrity. I don't know what it's like to be a celebrity because in my eyes, I'm not a celebrity. Now, other people tell me I'm of celebrity status. I'll take it. But as far as having something to compare my journey of doing lock extensions and what I would compare it to, I would compare it to being a celebrity, just being shot out there. This is my first go round and I'm trying to learn the ropes and everything like that. Like we were on it. We were booming. When I say booming, we were booming. Like everybody was like pounding down our door. We had people booked out for a year and a half. That was a crazy ass time. That was a crazy time. I wouldn't. That's great and all. That's great and all, and more power to you. But would I want that for myself again at that time? Mm, now it would probably be good because my structure is a lot better. At that time, we didn't have too much of nothing in place. We was winging it. Okay. We was winging it. Like we doing lock extensions every day. We pushing out locks every day. My employees, they are having to make locks every day, like just nights and days on end, like just running off of fumes and all of those things. Like, but business was good, but there were also so many mistakes that was made along the way because even though I was doing like some of the most realistic lock extensions out and I still am, but that came with a lot. So now we're in demand. Now it's the popularity and all of those things. And lock extensions was really booming at that time, and which they're really still going strong. But at that time, lock extensions was really booming, and your girl had some coins because we was coming out of pandemic, so we had some funds because they was pumping out their cash. Okay, So we was like really doing lock extensions every day. Now mind you, typically how I would do it, because I'm self-taught. Even though I went to school to be to do hair and all of those things, most of the things that you see me do, I was pretty much self-taught. And that was by way of my clients. Like my clients would bring me something and they would be like, "Can you do this?" Like, you bring me some crochet hair, but you want me to put it in as singles. You want me to put in some sister locks as singles. Like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm having to figure out these things, and that's how styles and techniques are being birthed within what I was doing. So anytime they would come to me with the lock extensions, can you do them waist length? Can you do them mid back? And baby, I wouldn't turn nobody down. I wouldn't turn it down nothing. You hear me? I wouldn't turn it down nothing. I don't care what nobody say. And like on top of that, your girl was having like some marital issues. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. And at that time when I was going into business for myself and I was coming out of shared images, um, and I was having these marital issues and things like that, it was like it was an outlet for me. So I was going hard in the paint, and everybody around me had to go hard in the motherfucking paint. Okay, like, let's get it, let's run it, and they would not. They would tell you like, "We baby, we had a great time. It was the best of times, and it was the worst of times." But for the most part, it was a good time. Okay. So I won't take nothing else from, I wouldn't even take nothing from that. I wouldn't do nothing over. I like none of that because it was good. It was a learning experience. We was getting some notches up under our belt. We was like meeting crazy people. We had people coming in from California, Texas, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, New York. We had people coming from Paris. Can you believe Paris? Paris. Yes, I had people coming to see me from Paris. Will hop on the plane and fly to me to South Carolina. Little old me. I had these people in Chester County, little small hick town, Chester County. And the crazy part about it, I had other people that would come up to me, not my own people, other people. They was like, I gotta come and see who this girl is, because these people are walking in our restaurants, they walking into our store, and they are telling me they from Paris to get their hair done. What? Really? Yeah. Yeah. Don't make me drop Paris video. I'll drop my Paris video because we got it. Okay, but like we was just really having a good time. But the downside to that was the trial and error. We're talking about lock extensions. This is something that people really aren't doing. The technique people really aren't doing. The stability wasn't there. So I had to learn by trial and error. So meanwhile, while these people is flying from California, if they fly home and something is not right for their hair, I have to buy a ticket from them to come back out. This is $7, $8, $9,000. If somebody don't like their hair, I have to do a full refund or a partial refund. If somebody don't like the parting, the gritty, I have to take all that down and do it over. That's what set me apart from other people. That's how I was able to create my own lane, because I was doing something that really wasn't done. And then I was standing on my work. Anybody will tell you that girl standing on her business. I'm standing on mine. At the end of the day, all you got at the end of the day is your name and your word. Yeah, I could sweet talk you, I could smooth you over all I want to. My end goal is to make sure you're satisfied and you're happy. So whether I have to lose sleep for 48 hours, whether I have to pay thousands of dollars for you to get back over here, for you to get something that you like, whatever it was, I still did that at the end of the day. Like, I really put lock and stitches on my back. It's not one of those things that you can just do and you think that you're going to be able to go to sleep at night. No, this damn near has to be perfect. And the reason why they damn near had to be perfect is because people are paying their hard earned cash. It's an investment. They're not paying just a couple $100s. These people are paying thousands of dollars. upwards to $3,000 to get this style. And of course, I had to take some L's. I had to get cussed out. I had to get threatened with lawsuits. I had to get my name dragged through the mud. I had to go through a lot to get to where I am today for this to be a damn near soundproof business that I've created for myself. So, do I really care about outside noise? I don't. No, I ain't have time for that. I couldn't even hear that noise. And again, like I said, it's so sad that we have to live in that space because I'm a welcoming girl. Like I welcome people with open arms. When I meet you, I want to give you a hug. I'm all about evolution and things like that. So sometimes you just have to wait on the timing. I'm never opposed to anything. I don't take things personally. I don't take a lot of things to the heart. It's just about bringing awareness and education and all of those things. And that's just really pretty much what I'm here to do in this day and time. And that's pretty much what this video really is about, for me to be able to bring awareness about lock extensions and people who don't know and what you want to know about lock extensions. Like I'm open, my chat is open. If you have a question, you can DM me. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. If you want to sit down with me, we can discuss it. So yeah, because we just need to build that open community and get to a place where we're understanding certain things. But like I said, child, it was a time, let me tell you, we had a great time. When I say we was on yachts, we was taking trips, we was going out to eat. I'm like, we ain't do none of that because we was always at work. Now I wish we had it took some time. But baby, we was at work, we was grinding, we was getting it in. If people didn't like the locks, extensions, they didn't like the size, and they didn't like this, they didn't like that, baby, we had to do that over. It was a high tense situation all the time. All the time. And now that I think about it, what made me stay? First of all, the lucrativeness of the business made me stay. And the passion for doing hair made me stay. And just, I think just my willpower, because I've just always been that girl. I had a ton of patience. My patience don't wear thin fast. So my fuse did not get lit fast. I knew how to deal with high tense situations, and I also knew how to keep my cool in situations. You know what I'm saying? So, and then too, I wasn't frying nobody. I wasn't scheming. I wasn't scamming. I wasn't doing any of those things. I was standing on the truth in my integrity, in my name of my business, a verified hair company. If somebody came to me, you messed my stuff up. Okay, how can I fix that? How can I fix it? It wasn't even about me taking accountability, because once I said, how can I fix it? That was me taking accountability, whether I was right or whether I was wrong, whether you were right, whether you were wrong, because this was my business, my name, and my word. And all I had to stand on, I wanted to do whatever it was to make it right. And that's how I moved throughout my life personally. And being that way, it sustained me. It sustained me. So, of course, with social media helped me 90. I wouldn't say 90. I would say 75%. 75% social media, and then the other 25 was word of mouth, for sure. And even still to this day, my clients go out of here and they can be at Home Goods. They can be anywhere. They can be from out of town. They don't know this city, this town from a can of paint. And somebody would be like, that girl did your hair. That girl did your hair. Who you talking about? You talking about Brittany Latrice? Yeah, she did your hair. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm on the books where, like, it speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. But child, oh Lord have mercy. One thing about lock extensions, you really have to do your research. You have to look in the type of lock extensions that's being done. You have to look into the technique that's being done. You have to go through. I have clients tell me that they watch my page, they watch me grow, and they watch me evolve for a year to 2 years to 3 years before they even decided to come to me. Because again, that's a commitment and it's an investment. This is not something that people just wake up and be like, oh, I want some lock extensions. This is something that people have been contemplating. This is like a life altering thing. So they had to know that the person that they was coming to was going to deliver exactly what it was that they wanted. So once they did that, that was pretty much it. But you have to know what you're doing. You cannot just wake up and be like, I'm gonna do lock extensions today. It don't work like that. It just don't work like that. Now, granted, that's what I did. And I had to go through a lot. So I'm trying to keep y'all from going through a lot. I'm trying to keep anybody who's wanting to do lock extensions, who's thinking about coming into this profession and coming into this field or anything like that. Even if I've had clients and people who want to invest in people doing lock extensions, even doing that, like you have to make sure you do your due diligence and you have to understand that this is not for the weak. It's not for the weak. You have to be prepared. You have to be prepared to take some L's. You have to be prepared to do some things over. You have to be prepared to give some refunds. You have to be prepared for a lot of things. And you also have to protect yourself still in the same sense. But if you're standing on your word and your integrity and what you're doing and all of that, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.